You have just arrived at one of the busiest airports in the world. Everything around you is happening so fast. People are walking in every direction, announcements are playing over the speakers, and suddenly, an airport employee looks at you and asks a question in English. Your mind goes completely blank. If you have ever been afraid of that moment, this video is exactly for you. Because today I am going to teach you English that you actually will use at the airport. Not the one you have studied but with no benefit. By the end of this lesson, you will know how to check in, pass through security, find your gate, board your flight, speak with immigration officers, and collect your luggage with confidence. So let's begin. Every airport journey starts at the check-in counter. This is where the airline confirms your reservation, checks your passport, and gives you your boarding pass. The employee will usually greet you politely before asking, "May I see your passport, please?" All you need in this situation is hand over your passport and reply, "Certainly, here you are." Next, you might hear the question, "Where are you flying today?" Simply answer by saying, "I am flying to New York," for example, or "I am flying to Paris," or whatever your destination happens to be. These questions are simple, but knowing them in advance makes a huge difference because you will already know exactly what to expect. The employee will probably continue by asking whether you have any bags to check. This is very common. This is where many English learners become confused. So let's make it easy. A checked bag is the large suitcase that goes into the cargo hold of the airplane. A carry-on bag is the smaller bag that stays with you during the flight. If you are checking a suitcase, you can confidently say, "Yes, I have one suitcase to check." If you are only traveling with a backpack or a small suitcase, you can answer, "No, I only have a carry-on bag." Before you leave, the employee will hand you your boarding pass and tell you your gate number. A simple "thank you very much" is a very perfect way to end this conversation politely. Now, it's time to go through airport security. This is often the part that makes travelers nervous, but the conversation is usually very short and easy to understand. Nothing really special. The security officer may ask you to place your bag on the conveyor belt, remove your laptop, or take out your liquids before your belongings go through the scanner. Don't worry. Don't worry about having long conversations here because you only need to follow the instructions. You can respond with simple expressions like "of course," "no problem," or "certainly." These short, polite answers are exactly what native speakers use in every day, and they are all you need in this situation. Once you have passed security, your next job is finding your departure gate. Airports can be confusing, especially if you are visiting them for the first time, so don't be afraid to ask for directions. A very natural question is, "Excuse me, could you tell me where gate B16 is?" An airport employee may answer by saying, "Go straight, turn right, and you will see it near the coffee shop." You don't have to understand every single word. Listen for simple directions like "go straight, turn left, turn right, upstairs, downstairs, or next to." Those expressions will help you find almost anything inside the airport. And you can always finish by saying "thank you for your help." Soon, you will hear the announcement that it's time to board your flight. As you walk onto the airplane, the flight attendant will usually welcome you with a smile and say something like, "Welcome abroad." You can simply reply, "Thank you." After checking your boarding pass, the flight attendant may tell you where your seat is by saying, "Your seat is 18A on the left." If you are not sure where to put your bag, you can politely ask, "Could you tell me, please? Could you help me with my carry-on, please?" Flight attendants help passengers every day, so don't hesitate to ask if you need assistance. After your flight lands, you will walk toward immigration. For many travelers, this is the most stressful part of the journey, but in reality the questions are usually very predictable. The immigration officer will often ask about the purpose of your visit. If you are traveling for a holiday, you can answer, "I am here for vacation." If you are traveling for work, simply say, "I am here on business." The officer may also ask, "How long will you stay in the country?" A natural answer would be, "I will stay for 5 days," or "I will stay for 1 week," or "I will stay for 2 weeks. Keep your answers short, clear, and honest. And the conversation will usually be over within a minute. Another common question is where you will be staying during your visit. If you have booked a hotel, simply tell the officer the name of the hotel. If you are staying with family or friends, you can say exactly that. Once the officer has finished checking your passport, you will probably hear the words, "Enjoy your stay." That's your sign that everything is complete, and you can smile, thank the officer, and continue your journey. Even though this conversation feels important, you will notice that it only requires a few simple English sentences. The final step is collecting your luggage. Follow the signs that say "baggage claim" until you reach the baggage carousel. This is the large moving belt where passengers collect their suitcases. If you cannot find the correct carousel, you can ask an airport employee, "Excuse me, where can I collect my baggage?" They will point you in the right direction, and after you will find your suitcase, you are finally ready to leave the airport and start enjoying your trip.